milk back in the fridge so it stays cold. And I'm also going to take this time to put my ham in the microwave. It said 25 seconds. There is a 30-second button, so I'm just going to push that and then watch it so that I can switch it at about that time. Okay, still not quite set. Give those another few minutes. Alright, there we go. My ham is nice and warm, smelling good. And I'm going to go ahead and just keep this paper towel over the top to keep the heat inside while I wait for my eggs to finish cooking. Once my eggs are cooked, I'm going to go ahead and sprinkle them evenly over the crust. Then I'm going to go ahead and put my ham, and then last my cheese. By putting the cheese last, that'll melt over the top and help keep all of my ingredients together. There we go. Now we're getting some set on the bottom. As you can see, we're starting to get some chunks in there that are holding together. That's what we want. Okay, so then just keep kind of scraping the bottom a couple times and then let it sit again. At this point, if you wanted to, you could add a little bit of salt and pepper, which I think I'm going to do. Remember to keep in mind that you're working in a group with lots of people and you don't want to overdo it. So a little bit of each is plenty. You can always add more to your own individual serving. There we go. Looking pretty good. Another minute and we should be done. Another thing to remember when cooking eggs is that you don't want to overcook them because they also get tough and chewy that way. So cooking them just enough is perfect. They'll be nice and light and fluffy. Here we go. It's starting to look good here. I'm going to stop chopping now and just kind of do some flipping so that, whoop, I almost lost a piece. So that they start just finish cooking all the way through. I don't want to really break them up anymore. There we go. I think we're just about perfect. You can go ahead and turn off your burner. And then once your burner is off, you can go ahead and take these eggs and evenly distribute them onto your crust. It's a delicate job. Some of it always falls on the side. And you can always pick that back up and put it back on the crust. Not a big deal. There we go. I'm going to set this on a cool burner right next door. Okay, start getting my eggs up that fell down. Spread them out evenly. Get to the edge. They may not sit perfectly on the very, very edge of your crust, but that's okay. When you take a bite, you can just spread it out a little better. There we go. Okay. The next step is our ham, which you can just use your clean hands to go ahead and distribute evenly. Another fun job to get it to stay on top of your pizza. Oh, lost an outline. And last but not least will be your cheese, which is ready and shredded. Okay, set that aside, wipe your hands, and get your cheese on there. If this is too much cheese for your group, you're welcome to return some for a future lab. This is going to be plenty of cheese. And some people are not that into cheese. There we go. And our oven's still on, preheated and ready to go. So as soon as I have this all on, I'm going to pop it back in the oven for just a couple of minutes. I'm going to watch the clock. Since I don't have a timer right here on this oven, I'm just going to watch the clock carefully. You guys will be setting your timer. And then checking it carefully just until the cheese is melted. And since all of our other ingredients are warm already, we don't really have to wait for them to cook. Alright, we are good to go. I'm going to go ahead and wipe my hands and grab my pot holder, or my oven mitt, and stick this back in the oven carefully. There we go. I'm going to wait a couple minutes and wait for the finished product. While I'm waiting for the finished product, I can go ahead and continue cleaning up. Remember, hot pans and frying pans or cookie sheets or any of that need to cool off before you can put them into the water, but you can use like a paper towel to just wipe out most of your egg residue, and it will come pretty much clean. Should come pretty much clean, unless you've burned them, then it might be a little bit harder to come clean. Alright, just another half a minute and we'll be done. I think it's ready to come out. There we are. There is your finished product, ham, egg, and cheese breakfast pizza on a croissant crust. All you would need to do now is cut and serve. Some easy ways to cut a breakfast pizza like this would be with a pizza cutter, or just your serrated knife or a chef's knife. But a pizza cutter I have found seems to be the easiest. So go ahead and cut and serve and enjoy.